Being a Merlin meant something. It meant respect in our paranormal communities. It meant holding a position that could actually make a difference and help our people. I wanted to be part of that. For the first time in my life, I felt I had a true purpose, like I was meant to become a Merlin. So, I'd made a promise to myself. I would pass the witch trials and get my Merlin license back, no matter what. "It's 15 to 9. You should go," instructed my Aunt Dolores. She stood with a hand on her hip while she gestured with the other, reminding me of a school teacher. At 5:10, her deep frown and cynical eyes would have many men scurrying away. Her long gray hair was loose and fell down her back, giving her a softer edge. But you'd be a fool if you thought her soft, just before she knocked you down with one of her spells. "You don't want to be late on your first day," she said. "Being late would be catastrophic." "The only late that's catastrophic is when you're pregnant," said Beverly, swinging her hips and tossing her blonde hair back. "Or when you have to choose between 2 men, or 3, or 4 men. That's catastrophic. This isn't." I gave a nervous laugh. "I won't be late," I answered, wondering if I'd just answered Beverly or Dolores. Letting out a sigh, I adjusted the strap of my messenger bag on my shoulder. I'd stuffed it with only the essentials: my ever-faithful The Witch's Handbook, Volume 3, my little black book of The Ley Lines of North America, a couple of power bars, 1 carrot muffin, my wallet, and my phone. Speaking of phones, I grabbed it and glanced at it one last time, my heart dancing as I glanced at the screen. No missed calls, no new texts. Deflated, I dropped my phone back into my bag. Marcus had been MIA for nearly 2 months. He'd been called on urgent business up in Pennsylvania to help with some crisis the same night we were supposed to have our very first date. He'd texted me that evening before he left. "Marcus, I'm leaving for Pennsylvania tonight. It's urgent. Give you the details later. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Sorry about dinner. I'll make it up to you. Promise. Call you when I get back." I'd texted him back, "You better," and added a smiling emoji. That was the last text I'd gotten from him. It was the last anything I'd gotten from him, and that was nearly 2 months ago. I'd remained hopeful as the weeks went by, but nothing. I'd resisted the urge to call him the first 2 weeks. I didn't want to be that woman who kept her man on a tight leash. Marcus wasn't my man. We hadn't even been on a first date. He wasn't my anything. But after a month of not hearing from him, I decided to call. It went straight to his voicemail. Marcus never called or texted me back. I'd really wanted that dinner, damn it. But if he was ghosting me, he was going to get an earful the next time I saw him. The fact that he didn't call back or text to let me know his trip was going to take a little longer than expected hurt. I'll admit it. I was falling for the guy, the chief of Hollow Cove. That kiss had been extraordinary, causing my brain cells to explode on impact. But the fact the guy didn't call back spoke volumes about the said guy. It said I wasn't important enough to him to merit one damn phone call. My pulse sped faster at the thought, and I hated how it made me feel. I felt stupid for letting my guard down and allowing him in, and I was angry as hell. I forced those gloomy thoughts away. I couldn't lose my cool or get distracted. I had to focus on what was more important and pressing, like passing the witch trials. I needed my whole brain for that, and then some. My nerves skyrocketed the longer I stood there staring at the door. I glanced over my shoulder to Iris. She gave me a tight smile with her full lips, her dark eyes round with excitement. The 32-year-old dark witch had settled amazingly well into Davenport House with the rest of us. One look at her pretty, pixie-like face, silky black hair, and perfect little body, you'd never guess that only 2 months ago she roamed around...